Hey everyone, so this is my review of Scorpion, Season 3, Episode 22, called Strife on Mars, and basically what this episode is about is that the team goes and tries to extract two scientists who are stuck in a biodome that is designed to be on Mars. And this was a really interesting and fun episode that was really entertaining to watch, and I really liked the two scientists that they had in this episode, and like who they were and like how they interacted with each other. And it was especially interesting when it came to Happy and Toby sort of figuring out how they sort of relate to these two scientists and seeing how these two scientists deal with constantly being around each other in like work and in private time, and them sort of seeing those connections between those scientists and themselves was very, very interesting, and I liked that they did make those connections. And I really liked how the team sort of had everything they need to fix all the problems that they came across inside the biodome with them, and like they kept coming up with all these different ways to like close off vents and stuff like that. It was very interesting with how most of their problems they did somewhat have a solution to fix, and I really kind of like that. Then I also kind of enjoyed the fact that this person who's head of this corporation running this experiment on these two scientists, sort of when things sort of started to be revealed that everything's not in the best conditions and that most of these problems that are occurring are because of his fault and the fact that he kind of sort of went the cheaper route of doing all this experiment. And I just like it for the fact that as soon as all that stuff started to come to the surface, he sort of bailed out on the whole mission himself. Then the parts with Sylvester and Cabe kind of felt unnecessary, but still they were also very fun of scenes with them like having everything they need to sort of get the team out of the biodome inside of the party bus that they were traveling on. That was fun that they had all the tools sort of there. Then the moments with Walter sort of remembering all of the visions he had when he was stuck up in space was interesting, but it was also really, really weird that they took this long to sort of get back to that story, and they didn't really mention it at all in between those two episodes. It was just sort of like thrown back in there in this episode that, oh hey, the team never told them what all happened to him while he was up there. And I understand it somewhat from the degree of the teammates why they didn't tell him, because of the fact that it would embarrass him that all the team knows about his feelings for Paige and stuff like that, because he basically told all them. But then the way that this episode ended with like the solution that Walter came up with to fix the problem of the whole team lying to him was very, very drastic and sort of came out of nowhere in my opinion, and I'm very curious to see how the team's going to eventually fix that problem. And I do have to say, just overall, this was a really fun and entertaining episode, and I'm very curious to see where they're going to take the story next. So yeah, that's my review of Scorpion Season 3, Episode 22, called Strife on Mars. So yeah, bye!